Hey everyone, and welcome. My name's Dan Hissam, and I am your instructor for this semester. I always want to take a little bit of time right at the beginning of the semester to introduce myself, talk about the class a little bit, that way everybody can get on the same page right off the bat. First of all, a little bit about me. Like I said, my name's Dan Hissam. I've been with EGCC for 3 semesters now, so almost a year. Before coming to EGCC, I have been in a lot of the corporate environment doing everything from business consulting, IT consulting, a lot of different management roles. So I have a very wide layout of experience that I think I can help you guys understand the class material a little bit better. So that's enough about me. I also want to introduce some of the policies, procedures, rules of the class. That way everybody can get on the same page right off the bat. First thing I want to bring up, right after this video, I'm also recording a few other videos to also help you guys get acclimated to how I do things and how the class is going to be set up. So we're going to be having ones on the syllabus. We're going to have ones on the timeline for the class. That way nobody falls behind. And different things like that, and we'll be going over a lot of different topics. So make sure not only do you watch this video, but you watch all the rest of them as well. First things first, this being an online class, it's very important that you're able to get in contact with me. So the primary way that I usually encourage people to get in touch with me is via email. It's my primary source of communication for online classes. A little bit about that. I'm not always the best person at replying to them right away. So just as a rule of thumb, what I always encourage everybody to do is if you don't hear back from me within 24, 48 hours, just email me again. I understand I have several classes, so there'll be a lot going on. And if I miss something, it isn't because I don't want to reply, but I do miss things. So if you email me, you don't hear back from me with at least an acknowledgement within 24 hours, feel free just to re-email me again, just so you can kind of reiterate and get my attention. That being said, as far as office hours, I don't hold any traditional office hours, but if for whatever reason throughout the semester we need to talk, I can make myself available pretty much any time. That way I can work around your guys' schedule as best as I can. I know a lot of you are doing things off hours or weird hours, so I can make myself available pretty much anytime you guys need me to. But it all starts with just email me. We'll figure out what we need to do from there. So that's as far as contacting me. As far as the class itself, one of the big things I want to bring up is that this class is not self-paced. There is a schedule that we have set up, and we'll be going over that later. But that means that you can't just do everything right at the beginning and forget about the class for the rest of the semester, and vice versa. You can't wait till the very last week of the course and get everything done and expect to get great grades on everything. So as far as the pace, I'm recording another video on just the timeline for the course, so that we'll go over what you have to do on what weeks in order to get full credit, to get the best possible grade, and to understand what we're talking about. Because ultimately, it's not about just what grades you get, but also what you can learn. So on that topic is if throughout the course, there's going to be book material, there's going to be tutorials and resources available. If for whatever reason you don't see something that you'd like to learn more about, let me know. Also, just send me an email. I can record a video like this if it would help explain it a little bit better, or maybe it's just a topic that interests you. We can talk about that. By all means, I want you guys to get as much out of this class as possible. So as far as the timeline, I keep getting off topic, sorry. These are based on week by week. So there'll be a set amount of assignments for each week. that must be completed by the end of the week. The weeks here at EGCC are Sunday through Saturday. So your week ends on Saturday night at midnight, at which point I will start grading and taking attendance starting on Sunday. So if you want not only to get your attendance, but you want to get full credit for everything, you must have everything done by Saturday night. Obviously, things come up. I understand. Some of you will probably be taking vacations and other things going on. I completely understand that. Just let me know ahead of time, and we can figure it out from there. Also, if you have any technical problems, trouble completing anything for any reason, just let me know. We'll figure it out. But like I said, this is not a self-paced class, so you must be able to go week by week with some relative leniency on that. I understand things can happen, but make sure that you're designating a little bit of time each week to be able to accomplish everything for the class. So that being said, as far as attendance, in order to get attendance for a particular week, you must complete something that is graded during that week. That could be a quiz, that could be an assignment, that could be discussion boards. All of those things are graded. So in order to get some attendance, you must complete something within that week. Take, for instance, here come this Saturday. If you put in a discussion board before Saturday, you will get credit for this week of being in attendance for that week. Same thing. Obviously, there's going to be some level of leniency. I understand things happen. But that's traditionally how we do things. If there's anything that is not for credit or considered exempt, some classes will be set up that way. I'm not sure about these ones. These will be things like self-checks or anything that is listed as not for credit or exempt. Those do not count towards your attendance. So make sure it's something that you're getting done all of the work. And I'll be going over how to tell what's graded and what's not. And also what's needed in order to complete the end of the course. One of the things that being an online course that's very popular, and if you haven't taken an online course, it's going to be very important that you understand what a discussion board is and how it's used in the class. Each section, there will be a set discussion board, which is encouraged to get you to talk about something and also to communicate with the other people in the course. This could be your classmates, this could be me. I will be participating in the discussion boards. I want to see what's going on. I want to see what people are talking about. So these will be graded. They will not be graded necessarily on the content as much as the thought that is put into them. To say that you're getting graded on the fact that you have some substance to the discussion. You will be requested to post an original post on your own, and then also to reply to 2 other people's posts as well. As far as the original post, if for whatever reason the requested discussion topic is simply something that is definition based, I still expect some level of your viewpoint or an example or something past just strictly just a definition. Anybody can look up in a book and see what the definition of something is. I want you to put your own perspective on it. I want you to give examples, things of that nature. That way I can see that you're actually thinking about what you're doing. And also give other people an opportunity to talk with you about what your perspective is. If you just strictly list a definition and everybody else just strictly leaves a definition, then there's not going to be any room for discussion based on it. So that's the second part of it. In order to get full credit for a discussion board, you must reply to at least 2 other people's posts as well. And these posts must also have some level of substance. So I don't want things along the lines of I agree or I disagree. I want to know why you agree. I want to know why you disagree. I want you to put some of your own thought into what the other person's talking about. So usually if you're talking about an opinion, maybe a sentence may get your point across, but a lot of times it's not. It may have to be a couple sentences. But just know that if you put something along the lines of I agree, you're not going to get credit for that. So as long as, in addition to the original post, every one of them must have 2 additional replies to other people's in order to get full credit for that. All right, of the class. If you have questions, please feel free to email me, to call me. If it comes down to it, we actually have to have a conversation. I'll give you my number. We can talk about things. But the only other thing is if you have a question that is urgent or of high importance, don't leave it in a discussion board. Email me. That way we can get it solved quickly. Other than that, that is the majority of my introduction to the class to me. All right, thanks guys.